Hey everyone, my name is Melissa. I am the creator and owner of Divine Scarlet. I just wanted to make this first video to tell you a little bit about me and my approach to astrology. I would say it's less about me, but more about the way that the astrology is taught. I do love astrology. It's my favorite thing that's always kept my attention from the last 19-20 years now, because it's so deep and it's so complicated, and I do like complications. um, so the way I teach is basically you do learn all your basics, like your planets, your orbs, houses, aspects, transits, configurations. Am I missing anything in there? But you get all your basics. But I like to take it down to a little bit of a deeper place, which that deeper place is really giving yourself time to sink into that archetype or the mythological feeling of each planet. Each planet has a story and an archetype, kind of like the way an actor acts in a movie. He portrays a certain energy to get that across. So what I'm going to do with you guys is to sink deeply into that space of where you can really feel into that character. Of course, we'll all have problems getting deeper into certain ones that are not naturally part of us, even though I think we're kind of a mixture and salad in a way of all of them, and at certain times more come out than others. But basically, I would say that that's a little bit of a different approach that I have. I know a lot of people seek details and learn cognitively as well, which is needed. Cognitive is fine, but I really feel like once you learn on a deeper level, you don't have to have those 300 books like I used to have figuring out what aspect meant what. It's like, the energy so deep down, you don't need to look at a book anymore. And that's where I really like to get all my students. And, it's easier to interpret for friends, family, clients, very easily once you really feel into and let yourself sink deeply into each of those archetypes. And they're really beautiful archetypes once you really get into them. Each one has an amazing reason. And I also don't just teach astrology. I try to teach self-growth at the same time. So let's say we're learning about Mars, let's say. Mars has reactions, automatic reactions. We all do as people. But, in that one, we'll go deeply into courage. Do you step outside yourself and actually act on all the things that you really want to that make your life worth living? We'll go deeply into that. When we go through Venus, it's not only about love and money, it's about your true values. And maybe that has nothing to do with money. Sometimes it's abundance. What is abundance and prosperity to you? It's a different answer for every single person. Another one, Pluto, let's say. People are scared of Pluto. And it's just, I can't say it's not scary at times, to see loved ones, family members die. But it's a process of learning how to define your belief systems, first of all, to find empowering videos to make or help you not feel so bad as you're going through something. Of course, death is always harsh, but it's different the way that you look at it. And so I'm helping people try to look at things differently. Like, we're all dying right now because we were born and we die. It's a cycle. So it's kind of more, even though I say that kind of blandly, I've gone through this, my Pluto square Pluto. I don't know if you guys know that. Know what that is yet, but it is a deep time, and it's like nobody really wants to go through that. But it's kind of an initiation that you have to go through, whether you like it or not, into understanding the depth of the soul and where it ends and begins or doesn't at all. Okay, and I'm just going to wrap this up really quick, but I want to go through just one more planet, and that's Saturn. Saturn's a huge one. I get a lot of people who come to me on their Saturn return, especially, and also during a Mercury retrograde. That's when an astrologer will get their most consultations, I guess you can say, because people are having problems getting through sufferings, tribulations, and it's like more of just pressure, I'd say, to change. And a lot of people see this pressure as obstacles that they can't get through, instead of finding that courage to bring about that change that they need in order for success in their life. So this time will be a lot about getting rid of things that are no longer serving you. You see my dog in the back. And some of us hold on to these things that we know we got to get rid of, including boyfriends, including friends that are no good for us. Those we got to learn to say no, and we have to step away from our patterns of the way that we deal with our family and rely so much on our family. So it's really about a time when we are becoming more of us. And so I just wanted to wrap that up a little bit and say a little bit about that. But I also teach boundaries at the same time as I teach that lesson, because I really want this to be like a full course of self-improvement and astrology. So anyways, I hope I helped explain a little bit, and I hope you are perhaps a future student. All right, thank you so much.